Alright gang, welcome back to a frugal millionaire challenge on Mazo. It's drilling day! Alright, it's finally time to put something in the ground again. So we're going to start off with our big field here that we expanded out in the last episode where we bought the smaller, skinnier field that was next to this one and expanded it. We're going to start with this one and then we'll move on from there. So we've got a number of things we can put in. It's mostly just your typical cereal crops, so it's wheat, oat, barley. I believe that's all that can be planted right now in March. Let's just double check that, make sure I'm not telling you wrong. Wheat, barley, and oat. Yes, those are the three things we can currently plant. Well, we could plant potatoes, sugar beets, sugar cane, cotton still as well, but don't think we're quite there for those yet. Although I would like to do probably some potatoes at some point, even though they are the bane of my existence. I still would like to do it, so we probably will do some potatoes at some point, but not yet. Not yet. We need to do at least one other harvest, I think, with just what we currently have. But I'm feeling much better now. I probably sound much better. I'm amped up. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to get some more videos out, gang. I'm very, very excited about being able to drill this field and all the fields we currently have. Now, I do still need to spend a little bit of time, and we will do it today, expanding that field over there and the other field that we've been creating, I should say. The wooded field over there we've been creating. I need to spend a little bit more time over there because we do have a decent-sized field laid out there, but I want to expand it a little bit. It's going to be an awkward shape, which means it's going to be difficult for a worker to utilize it, but either way, I still want to do that. Now, that duck blind up there, or that deer blind, whatever you want to call it, it may cause us some issues, actually, now that I think about it. That may cause us a lot of issues. If I ever want to expand this field even more into here, we're going to have that kind of in the middle. I don't think I can get rid of it. I will look, but I'm pretty sure I can't remove that. I think it's on here for good, so we're going to have to kind of go around that a little bit, which, you know, may mean one thing or another, right? We might either have to just drive around it, literally, like make a circle going around it, or we you know, leave that area be without anything on it. A couple choices we have to make on that, but I guess we can figure that out when we get to that point. But yes, hopefully you're all doing really well today. I'm just amped up to finally be able to put something in the ground here. We've been doing a lot of tree work, and there won't be any tree work at all in this episode. At least, well, if there is any tree work, it will not be recorded. It'll be all off-camera tree work. Need a break from the tree work, especially on this series. Gotta continue to do some other things for you, like this. Now, we probably are going to have to get more seed and fertilizer for this today, more than likely. We may not, I guess, but I suspect that we're going to run out because I want to get all three of the current fields we actually have drilled today. Now, we're still making money. You can see we're up to $47,000, and that's because of some of the implements that we have, right? Specifically the heating implement, right? That's definitely given us some money, a lot of money. I do probably need to fill that up with some more wood chips. I don't think it's anywhere near being empty, but it probably can, you know, fit some more in there at this point. So we probably need to do that today as well. Man, this series has become pretty much my favorite series right now, I think. I still love my 200 horsepower challenge series. Still love the Ohio Richland series, but this series has become I'm most excited for. And that's not to say that I'm not excited for the other series. I guess I should have worded that differently, but I'm having a lot of fun in this series, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. A lot of fun. But this is a big field. This is our biggest field by far. When we do come to harvest this field, I guess I should turn a light on. It's pretty dark over here right now. But when we do come to harvest this field, it may take us a while to harvest this. I suspect it will. We did upgrade our harvester, if you recall, right? We've got that John Deere now, which is super nice. But it wasn't a huge increase, right? I think we went from like a 4 something to like a 5.8 meter header. So it's not like a huge increase, but it is an increase. Probably won't be a whole lot of worker stuff today either, with the exception of maybe doing rolling. We'll have a worker do some of the rolling. But most of it, I think, is just going to be me, you know, drilling these fields for the most part today. A whole lot of drilling. If I don't do these, right, well, I put it on a worker, then all we're going to be doing is more wood stuff. So I don't really want to show you more wood stuff. We've done that a lot, and it's going to continue to be that way every time it becomes winter, because we're on seasons, so we can only do so much. Now, the nice thing is we do have a grass field over there. Now, I have not checked the grass field, but I suspect if it's not this month, it'll be in April, it'll be ready to harvest, which is good, right? That's some extra income for us, and we can potentially look at putting the sheep down at that point as well. I said I wanted to get some sheep, and we're going to do that. I also said we wanted to get chickens, and we're definitely going to get chickens. Chickens are on my radar. Chickens are probably going to occur sooner rather than later. I don't know if it'll be today, because we didn't sell all the wheat that we actually have in our silo. Remember I said I was going to potentially sell it, and then I decided I'm not going to. I was going to keep it for the chickens, and then we didn't put any chickens in. Probably should have did it in hindsight during the time period when we were doing all this woodworking stuff, right? Probably should have did it then, but we didn't, so it is what it is. Now, as far as the chickens go, they're not that expensive, so we probably could easily buy it today, and maybe we will, but I guess we'll just have to see how this episode goes before we get to that point. Now, the last couple of episodes have been relatively longish, I guess. Last 2 episodes, I guess. Longer episodes, I guess. Because of all the tree work stuff we were doing, right? And getting everything updated and adding all the new stuff we added. This one may be a little bit shorter. We may do 2 episodes in March. I don't know yet. Maybe not. I don't know yet. It just depends on how long it takes us, I guess, to drill all these fields today, and if we get all of the fields done, right? It may be a situation where it takes us longer than I'm anticipating, and we have to do a second episode with, you know, drilling one of the other fields. Which is fine. If that's what it ends up being, it's fine, but I would suspect we'll be able to get all 3 of them done today. There's currently 3 that we have that need to be drilled, counting the one we're working on actively. But at the time of this recording, gang, I'm literally getting ready to leave again. Unfortunately, I told you June was an insanely busy month for me, and that's just kind of carried over, and it's just unfortunate that I came down with that sickness during it as well. It's just the perfect storm, I guess, of things that could go wrong, given the fact of how busy I am in June this year. So, but we should be okay. We should be all right. We should have. Well, I guess this one this one's being recorded about a week in advance-ish. So I guess at the time you're watching this, I'll be getting close to being back. I'm not going away for very long. It's a brief trip, but regardless, I am out of town. So, and I won't have access to PC whatsoever, or Xbox or anything. So I may not even have very good access to internet where I'm at. I'm going to be kind of slightly off grid a little bit. In an area where there's not very good service, so if I haven't, for whatever reason, replied to you at this point, and you're watching this now, I apologize ahead of time. Well, I guess after time, ahead of time, however you want to say it. It's not that I don't want to reply to you or that I'm ignoring you. I assure you, I am not ignoring you. I try to read every comment, every single comment, and I try to reply to every single comment. Even sometimes I go back and just look at old videos to make sure that I didn't miss anything, because YouTube doesn't always notify me when somebody has made a post. I don't know why, but it seems like it's not only me that has that issue. It seems like a lot of people have that issue with YouTube. I don't understand that whole thing, because I have it turned on to anybody that makes a post or anything to you know, send me a notification saying that somebody has replied, and so that way I can interact with you and reply to you, because I enjoy that. I enjoy that a lot. We're going to need seed. We are out. So let me run back to the shop really quick. I think we have 2 bags there. I don't know how full they are, but I think we have 2 bags there. So let me run back to the shop, and we'll grab some more seed and fertilizer, and if we need to buy more, we'll buy more, and head back here, and we'll get this field going again. Alright, we're back. I did have to buy another bag of fertilizer and seed. There was some there, but it wasn't sufficient enough to fill it up to max, so I went ahead and bought another one, but we got it all under control. We're back here, back underway. You know, what I'm probably going to do here, gang, with these fields is I'm going to put one of each of the choices that we can choose from: wheat, barley, and oat in each of the fields. So we have one of each going. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing here. So obviously, wheat was our first choice here in the big field. Oh, there's a tree trunk there I missed. Or tree stump, rather. Trunk. Tree stump there. Okay, we'll have to come back and fix that. Or touch that up, I should say. So when we get up here a little bit further here and start coming back this way, I'm going to actually put this on a worker for a very, very brief moment. Go get the Dulcifar and or maybe I don't even need that. Maybe I get the Gator. Yeah, let's get the Gator. And put the roller on the Gator and get the worker rolling the field. Or at least most of the field. I'm not going to worry about, you know, the section that he's not gonna you know, get fully done. I'm really not. I'm not going to even focus on that. I don't care that much. But as long as we get a little bit of a bonus on most of it, I'm perfectly fine with that. Alright, workers on. Let's get into the Gator. It's great having four pieces of equipment. Well, technically we have 5, I guess, if you count the Gator. So we've got the 3 tractors now. We've got the wheel loader, and now we got the Gator. So far, we're doing okay, but I'm serious. I do believe it, and I've said it many times now. I believe a storm is brewing here, where we're going to have so much to do. Especially when it comes harvest time. Oh, that's going to be rough, in my opinion. That's going to be a rough one. So what I'm going to do here is try to get past the area where it normally would be, where we have expanded it, right? And then set it on a worker, and hopefully that it'll be fine at that point. Hopefully it'll go all the way to the end, because we haven't really touched anything else, where this one, it might have some issues potentially. If that makes any sense. I don't know if what I just said makes sense or not, but hopefully it does. So we'll throw it on a worker there. Perfect. Give me this back. Give me control of this back, please. Thank you very much. What a fantastic day, too. Beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful. So, this wood lot over here, right? We need to start working through that. But again, I don't want to do that on camera. So what's probably going to occur between, well, I don't know if it's this episode or the next episode, but in the next few episodes, in the next couple of episodes, what's probably going to occur here, gang, is I'm going to start working on that myself, off camera. So you might see some progress being made off camera, and I'll just show you kind of what's going on over there and what we're doing over there. So I've mentioned it before, and I'm going to mention it again. I don't know for sure what I want to put over there. I think part of it is actually going to be an extension of our yard. We need some more sheds, I guess, for all of our equipment now, because we've got quite a lot of equipment. Yeah, there he goes. He's causing... See, he's making issues now. He's not going the whole distance. I kind of figured he wasn't going to, because it's, you know, something we extended out and there's an issue there for some reason. So, or maybe there's a stump in the ground over there. Who knows? But anyway, we'll just let him do whatever he wants to do, and we'll go from there, I guess. But what we'll probably do a little bit of a yard extension there to put some more sheds in to be able to store some more of our equipment. Right now, we just have that one little tiny shed. It doesn't really fit the harvester very well anymore. It doesn't fit our drill. It really doesn't fit anything for the most part. We could probably put some tractors in there, but otherwise it doesn't really store very much in there. So we need to get some of that fixed up. And then maybe we make a smaller field in there with what's remaining. And that can be one of our well, it can be our main, always constant root crop field. Right? We've got all the root crop stuff ready to go now. We've got the drill, and we also have the harvester. So I would be remiss if we bought all that and then didn't use it. So that's kind of where my head's at for that. It may not be end up being what we end up doing, right, when we get to that point, but that's kind of where I am, at least for now, where my head's at for now, on what I'm thinking and what I'm planning. But that's obviously in the future. I mean, we can't do any kind of root crop stuff until April. Yeah, April. So that's obviously the next episode if not after that, because I think we have a 2-month period. I think that's what it says, right? 2 months to do it. We actually have 3 months. We have April, May, and June to do all of that. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to leave the Fent there for right now. We're going to jump into our brand new Doltz farm here, the big one, the big dog that is used, right? Man, I love this tractor. The 7250 is a good Doltz farm. And we're going to grab the cultivator here. And we're going to start working on expanding this field over here that I said we were going to do, right? So this shouldn't take us too long, but we have some more trees we can get rid of over here as well. I don't know if we're going to do that, but we have the ability to do so. Now, as far as this goes, I've got to decide here. Do I want to drag this field up? Kind of. Here, let me do a bird's eye view. This is probably going to be the best way for me to explain it. Do I want to take this field and kind of wrap it around and make it a little bit closer to this and then curve it like this and around, right? Because no matter what, even if we don't do this portion where we get it close to here and then curve it like this, we're going to still take it from here and go like this, basically, and then come up this way and around. I don't know. And I also kind of had the idea, even though we have an entrance here now, I'm thinking of putting another small pathway going this way, and then another small entrance here as well. I don't think having multiple entrances into the farm is a bad idea. I really don't. I think it's actually a good idea. So we may do that as well. And then we have this section over here, which I don't know what I'm doing with yet either. Or I guess we could, you know, even though I spent money on this, I guess we could remove this entrance altogether and make the entrance over here. That might be smarter. Since we already have the entrance over here. I mean, it is a bit of a farther drive, though, so maybe we shouldn't. Because if we ever need to come over here, which we do, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. Anyway, that's something else I'm thinking about, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, regardless, I think what we'll do is we will take this and come out here just a little bit further. Not much further, just a little bit further. And then I think I'm going to kind of cut it like this. And then come up. And then connect. Now, we've got these other trees we probably should get rid of, right? We probably should just get rid of the rest of these trees today. Yeah, I guess we probably should get rid of them. So I might spend some time there getting rid of them. I don't know if we'll do... we'll do at least a few of them probably in wood chip format, even though I talked about not doing it for that much anymore, but we probably will do a little bit of it in wood chip format. And the reason for that being... we could use some wood chips for our heat plant. It needs a little bit. Doesn't need a ton, but it needs a little bit. So we can get some of that way. And then the rest of them we probably can just do the old-fashioned way. But I think right now most of our stuff is pretty close to being maxed out. So probably going to be difficult to get them. And now that the wood chips you're not making so much money off the wood chips that it's super insane as far as the unrealistic format goes of being able to make progress. It may be time to we can just sell those too, I guess, if that makes any sense. I don't know if anything I'm saying makes sense. It probably does not. All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this tree and this tree. And if we get rid of those two trees, I can round this out a little bit better and come up here and connect this. So let's do that. All right, the worker's doing the rolling. He's just not going the whole distance, but that's fine. So let's do that. We'll use this one, I guess. And we're just going to do the wood chip format. Ooh, wait a minute. I think the trailer's back here, and it is back here. That's what I'm saying. See, I need something else for the yard. I need to get some more sheds for the yard. We need more sheds. Got stuff just kind of laying around everywhere. It needs to be cleaned up a little bit, make it a little bit neater, a little bit cleaner. So I'll tell you what, we'll throw a bit of a quick time lapse in here, gang. We'll knock down a few of those trees, like I said, just so we can round that out, and then we'll finish expanding this field over here. And potentially we drill it as well in the time lapse. We'll just see how long the time lapse gets to be, and we'll go from there. Alright, well we got that kind of laid out there a little bit, and I did put in a track, as you can see, at least, well, the initial beginnings of the track all the way down to the end there. I just wanted to have one that way. I just think it made sense, because we're probably going to continue to expand out that way, and I think it makes sense having a track like that, easily to get to, without having to use the main road, and we've got one going, you know, the main track here as well, so I just thought it was a smart choice and a smart decision, so we went ahead and did it. I've got the worker going on drilling that field with oat. We put oat in there. while I move everything else out of the way here, really. And then we'll probably take back over for that. Sure. I do want to drop off some of these wood chips here. We might sell the rest of them. I don't know yet, but I want to drop off some of them. Just want to make sure we have tons and tons of wood chips here for the heat plant. Not that we really have anything to worry about as far as wood chips go, but that's what I want anyway. Alright, now we got a bit of an issue. I kind of came at this the wrong way. Oh boy. Let's undo that, and then maybe I can jackknife this thing and get it out of here. Yep, nice. So we'll just sell the rest of these wood chips. It is a lot. It's going to make us some good money, but it is March now, so the prices dropped significantly. So it shouldn't be too astronomical. I really love the way we made this, though. Look, this is awesome. Really happy about it. Yeah, see, this is a little bit more realistic selling the wood chips now than what it is in the winter months when you get a crazy amount of money off wood chips. That's a lot more realistic. $6,801 versus what we were getting. We were getting like $35,000 to $40,000. That's a lot more realistic. I'm happy with that. I don't mind selling the wood chips at that price. But when it becomes winter time, we're gonna have to just be very cognizant of that and try not to, you know, it's still throwing wood chips in there constantly. So try not to make all that money off of it because it's a little unrealistic. I don't know why you're all the way over here, buddy, but okay, that's fine. You do what you want to do. Let's see if I can get him going over here on this side really quick. I don't know if it'll work, but let's give it a shot. I got to get rid of that stump over here too. It's probably that stump that's causing most of the issues. He's going now, so we'll see what happens. Let's get back in here. Just going to leave that there kind of in the middle of the way, but we're going to leave it there for now. Get this attached back up. We're going to go get rid of that stump before I forget about it. Alright, stump's gone. There was one other stump over here I saw. I'm going to get rid of that one really quick, too. As you saw, I started trying to map out, you know, the extension to this field over here that currently has crop in it. It's not going to be a huge extension. You can see that. It's a very small extension, but it is an extension nonetheless. Alright, I've got it, I think. I think it's gone. Yep, it's gone. Alright, so the roller clearly has completed his task, or he thinks he's completed his task, I guess I should say. Yeah, we're going to call that good enough, I guess. There's still a lot of missed sections in here you can see, but it's fine. Doesn't need to be perfect, but that is going to give us a little bit of a bonus, so that's good. Everything's going well, though. We've got tons and tons of grape juice. We got tons of olive oil. Things are going really, really well for us here. Really well. He's almost done drilling that field. We're going to take it over here in just a second. Put it on a worker, as we've been doing. Let me take this over. This is quite a big field, too, when you look at it. I don't think it's quite as big as that one over there. It might be, though. It might be. But it is quite a big field. So we've got a number of big fields now. This is going to be really good when it comes time to harvest. Now, this episode is actually getting a lot longer than I thought it was going to be at this point. It's not too insane long, but it is getting up there. I was hoping to be around 30 to 45 minutes, but I think we've plateaued that 30-minute mark now. We're close. If we haven't, we're close. I don't really, keep track of it to the T. I just kind of have an eyeball of OBS and kind of figure out where I'm at based off of that, just by looking at it and how many videos I've recorded and stopped. Or how many times I've hit the record and stop button, I guess I should say. If we stop it after we're done drilling this field, we'd still have to drill that one field over there that we did have carrots in the next episode. But after that, we really wouldn't have a whole lot else to do in March Day 2. So I don't know if we're going to do that or not. We might just go ahead and drill it and make it basically go against everything I said at the beginning and make it a bit of a longer episode. But I mean, that's not a very big field, so it shouldn't take long. But we do have 50 grand at current. So I think the other thing I would like to do before I make that decision, though, is to take a look at other fields in the area. If there's anything else we can buy that either needs to be drilled. Well, that needs to be drilled, really, I guess, is what we should be looking for, right? Well, we might have the grass, though, right? We talked about the grass. I haven't looked at the grass. I should look at the grass. As a matter of fact, let me get up here. We'll put this on a worker, and let's look at the grass really quick, and we can take back over for the worker here in a second. But let's check the grass out and see what the grass looks like. I would suspect it's going to be April before we're really ready to harvest it. It probably can be harvested now, but it's not going to be the highest yield, right? So I would suspect April. I did not mean to turn that off. All right, quick save here. Let me look. We don't want to allow create fields. We won't limit. Perfect. Okay. For now, we'll just set this over here. There's our mower, right? We also need to expand the field up on that hill up there, too, where the grass field is, right? We've got that extra room up there to expand that, too. That's something we should look at as well. Man, I love this tractor. Let's go take a peek here. Yeah, it definitely needs one more month. It can be harvested now, but it's not the best. You're not going to get as much grass as you could, so we'll wait. We'll wait till April. April is the time when it's ready. So, and we're going to, I mentioned before, we're going to expand the grass field a little bit further down this hill, and then this one's going to be expanded slightly up the hill. I don't want to make it too high up the hill because then it's going to be too hard to harvest, but we're going to expand that one a little bit as well. Now, ideally, all right, so let's look while we're here because we talked about it, right? Ideally, we continue to expand and buy these fields, right? So that way we can continue to expand this field, this grass field up here. That's the ideal situation. Now, we do have something in 25 that is currently growing. It is wheat. We cannot buy it currently with the amount of money we own right now. So a lot of the fields here have things in them. We could buy this one and expand the field we just made again and make it a huge, huge, huge field. I don't necessarily think I want to do that, though. I think it's too big. We could buy this field here, which actually would probably be pretty useful, I think, if we bought that one. It doesn't have anything in it, which means we can go ahead and drill it now or in the next episode. So maybe that's the route we go, right? Maybe that's the path we go. Okay, the worker evidently is done. I don't think you're done, buddy, but okay, that's fine. Do you want to think you're done? That's fine. You can be done. I'll take care of it for you. I got you. Don't worry. Oh, he's out. He's out. That's why he's done. Ooh. Well, no wonder. All right, well, you can just stop him real quick. Let me get back here and get this filled up again. We're going to have to fit something on the farm here pretty soon, I think. to be able to not have to continue to drive all the way back and forth to the shop to fill this thing up. Let's get to the shop. Alright, I had to buy another bag of seed, actually. We got it to about 80%, but it wasn't fully maxed out, so I wanted to make sure we had a full amount of seed in there, so we went ahead and did that as well. So while I was driving there, I had the thought, and I think that is what we're going to do, gang. I think that's the path we're going to take, is we're going to finish this real quick here, do a few other minor things, I think, and then we'll probably do a second episode in March with drilling the other field over there, as well as buying that other field that we can drill that's right next to our farm here. I think that's the approach we're going to take here, gang. I think it makes the most sense, especially for my time right now, considering all things considered, which I talked about, right? And I'm getting ready to be out of town again. So I think it makes the most sense. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing. But this is so exciting, gang. So freaking exciting. Oh, it's so exciting. And so between the this episode and the next episode, or maybe even the following one, like I said before, I will spend some time getting rid of some more of those trees over there by the lake there, the really dirty lake in comparison to our lake. I'll work to get rid of some of those trees, and that way we can kind of plan out or hash out how we're going to expand our yard a little bit, put some more sheds in there, and then obviously create a field over there as well for our root crops. Now we're hopefully always going to have multiple root crops going, but you know, it just depends on the room, right? And we've got to just go by the seasons. So all right, that is done. We get the worker back going here again. It's not going to be perfect, but it is what it is. All right. Nice. So the final thing we're going to do today then, just going to put this over here for right now. I know it's not really the most ideal spot, but we're going to put it there for right now. So the final thing we're going to do today is get back into our Dulcifar here. Oh, we've got that bag over here. Oh, man, I forgot about this. You remember this? I forgot about this bag of well, box, I guess, of fertilizer, pallet of fertilizer. Shoot. All right, well, we'll have to drive over here and fill up what we can when we can. This is probably going to be a situation when we do buy this field eventually, when they're both, you know, harvested and there's nothing in them. We'll probably expand those two fields into one field. I don't see any reason not to. 48,000. I'm going to, hopefully they don't put anything in there, but if they do, I guess they do. But I'm going to wait until day 2 of March and see what happens. Because we don't really have a whole lot of funds right now. So I'm going to wait on that for right now. Ooh, we just did a jump. So let's grab this again. And the final thing we're going to do here is try to get most of this field expanded out, with the exception of that little strip of grass that we're leaving there, right? We're going to try to get this planned out, prepped, all that, ready to go for it. I don't need it to be perfect. I just need it to be relatively straight down the line here, as much as I can. That's certainly not perfect, but that's good enough for me. So let's get this other pass done here. And then we got to get rid of that tree. And then I can expand the road out to the... Well, I can take the track out to the road there. Put a bit of a T-junction there or whatever. Eventually, maybe. I'm sure we will, because we'll probably buy that field over there eventually and then expand that way. Right? That would make the most sense. Perfect. Done. So we'll go put this back over here. Not really the most ideal spot, but again, until we get a shed and we're able to expand our yard a little bit more to accommodate all the equipment we have, we don't have a whole lot of room to put things. We really want some of the specific stuff that's undercover right now to be undercover, so we don't really want to mess with that. Move this tractor out of the way. We're going to use the new Doltzfar here. Now, I probably need to turn off the auto selling now at this point, I think, for the charcoal there. I think the price is going to be dropping. As a matter of fact, let's just double check that. I'm almost positive it's dropping significantly at this point. Back to charcoal, 1265. It is actually not too bad yet. Next month, April. All right, so we'll leave it be. We'll let it auto sell for a little bit longer then. We'll leave it be. Just gonna flip around here. Grab the wood chip machine again here. We're gonna get rid of that elm tree. Finish our another entrance and exit to our farm here. All right, pull it up here. Let's get this thing going here. All right, it's gone. It's gonzo. Have to work on that a little bit. There's a lot of stuff all over the ground there, but it is what it is. We just got to deal with it for now. So let's take this. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Somewhere around there, I guess. Right next to that tree. Yeah. That's good with me. I think that's sufficient. It's pretty large. Not a huge extension out here for it, but yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That'll work. We just gotta try to expand this without having the camera do crazy things. It does crazy stuff sometimes when you're at this angle. Doesn't really like it, especially with the trees in the way. It'll start doing some crazy stuff on you. Looks like I'm actually going to have to get rid of that tree, too. Maybe not. It's not too bad. I don't know. What to see. What to see how it goes. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. We'll see how it goes, but that's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright, the roller, the worker for rolling is done evidently, so we've got that done as well today. So, yep. With that, gang, we're going to sell these wood chips and we're going to leave the episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. Next episode, we're going to continue drilling more of the fields, and we're going to buy that other field, right? We're going to do both of those. It's exciting. But thank you so very much for watching. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button if you're new. It's free, helps me a ton. Thanks so much to our channel members. You guys are absolutely amazing. And, man, I love this series now. And until next time, gang, we'll see each and every single one of you in the next episode.